Okay, well, the first time when I did this, I didn't have the holder, the phone holder high enough, so I only got half of the image. The second time I did this, something happened and it only saved 1 second. So rather than start all over, I'm just going to talk about the process. The first thing you're going to do is pencil in your fish, and you're going to put on all the detail, unless you're going to mask them. I think everybody knows how to mask. The problem with masking on blue is that when you pick up the mask, even when you're working from the middle of the fish to the edges, for some reason the blue paint makes little speckles, and then you run into trouble. So if you are going to mask, I would suggest that you only mask the little bitty fish if you want to put them in. Otherwise, do one of these two. So I'm just going to continue doing, and I put in the coral down at the bottom, and those of you who want to tackle that, put it in, and we'll get to that next week. So I was getting all this wet. We'll pretend that this is still wet, and I'm putting some, well, it should be clear water. It doesn't really have to be. And I'm putting it right up to the pencil marks. And the best way to do it is to do sections, just in case the water starts to dry. You won't, you don't want to end up with hard edges. So before I did this piece, and then I got this part wet, and I did this piece, and now well, see, it's still wet, so okay. And then I mixed up about 2 tablespoons of a blue. You don't have to use this color blue if you want to make it a deep turquoise. If you want to make it purple, I wouldn't do dark red because the orange fish won't show up. So I'm just plopping the color in, and it runs right up to the edge where I put the water. And that is your wet on wet. If you do this quickly and you have some raggedy edges, when it dries, or even when it doesn't dry, you can use a smaller brush and go right up to the edge to make them smooth. All right, now this one, I'm not getting the background wet. I'm just going to start putting my paint. And the best way to do this, which is what I did up here, is to work around the fish first, and you have to kind of work fast because the paper is not wet. So, and then you come back and you'd fill this in, and then maybe I'd go down here to the top of the coral, and I'm going to go around like this, and then I'll come back and I'll fill this in. And if I end up doing something over here, I have to remember, I need to come back there before this dries. So this was I really slopped this on, so this is still wet. So see how deeper the color is on the right as opposed to the one on the left. Because, like I said before, I think I said before, there's no water there to dilute the blue. Okay, so this is the first part of your lesson, and in the middle of the week, when you do your backgrounds, send a picture of it to me so I can see and make sure that they're dark enough. Okay. Bye.